This is the first of a number of podcasts that are designed to help you to revise for the exam. In this session we're going to look at the materials, papers, cards and boards. The number of boards that you need to know about are cartridge paper, tracing paper, folding box board, corrugated board, solid whiteboard and foil lined board. The first paper we're going to look at is cartridge paper, which is creamy white in colour with a smooth surface and slight texture. It is mainly used by artists for drawing and painting upon. It is completely opaque and suitable for most drawing medias, but tends to be more expensive. The next type of paper you need to know about is tracing paper, which is thin and transparent with a smooth surface and is a pale grey in colour. It is used by draftsmen for designing, as pieces of tracing paper can be placed on top of one another to help develop designs. But heavier weights of tracing paper can be quite expensive. We are now going to move on to the types of boards that you need to know about. The first one is folding box board, which consists of a bleached top and bottom layer and an unbleached middle layer. This is excellent for scoring, bending and creasing without splitting and provides an excellent printing service. It's mostly used for food packaging and all general carton applications and is relatively inexpensive. The next type of board you need to know about is corrugated board, which is made from two thin layers with a fluted layer in between them. It has excellent impact resistance and excellent strength to weight ratio and can be recycled. It's used for protecting packaging for fragile goods and most commonly used box making material, and it is relatively inexpensive. The second to last board you need to know about is solid whiteboard, which is made entirely from pure bleached wood pulp, which means it's very white in colour. It is very strong and rigid and provides an excellent printing surface. It is used for packaging frozen foods and pharmaceuticals and cosmetics, but it tends to be very expensive. The last type of board you need to know about is foil lined board. This board has a laminated foil coating and can be used with any of the boards named in this podcast. It is very strong and the foil provides an excellent barrier against moisture. It is mainly used for cosmetics, cartons and pre-packed food and packages, but tends to be very expensive. One of the things you need to be aware about is environmental issues with papers and boards. When making these papers and boards, toxins are released, such as solvents, chlorides and bleaches, which make the paper bright white. Also, the making of these papers releases a lot of air pollution in the form of CO2, which contributes to global warming. When making these papers and boards, these require a lot of energy and a great deal of water. When this water is released back into the environment, it has a raised temperature which can affect wildlife, and also the toxins that are released can affect wildlife. Although papers and boards can be recycled, they can only be recycled a number of times, and after the last time they can be recycled, solid waste is produced which then has to be dumped. The last environmental issue to be considered is deforestation. These papers and boards are made from trees which have to be cut down to make the material, affecting wildlife and destroying habitats. Possible solutions to these environmental issues are using mechanical pulping, which has less environmental damage, using higher yields that require less additives and can be recycled up to 4 times, or using hemp or straw instead of wood. That concludes this section of the revision. If you have any questions, please come and speak to me.